Congratulations, beloved soul. I, Archangel Michael, come to you with a message so radiant and overflowing with divine truth that your very heart shall feel its flame. The heavens have stirred with joy, for the time of your miracle has arrived, and every step you have taken, every prayer you have whispered, every tear that has fallen has been seen, gathered, and carried by the angels of God before the throne of the Almighty. You are standing upon the threshold of transformation, an hour long prepared in the eternal tapestry of your destiny. What you have hoped for, dared to believe, and struggled to hold on to through the trials is about to unfold before your very eyes, because heaven has decreed that the moment of breakthrough is here. There are no delays in the divine plan, though at times it may have seemed as though the waiting were unbearable. There were hours when darkness pressed against you, when discouragement weighed heavily, and you wondered if your prayers had vanished into silence. Yet all along, every word you spoke into the night was heard by God, and each moment of endurance was not wasted. Like seeds buried in soil, unseen and hidden, your prayers were planted in faith, and the appointed time of harvest is now emerging. What you are about to experience is not the fruit of coincidence, nor the whim of chance, but the fulfillment of a sacred promise. The eternal realms have conspired together to bring you into alignment with blessings marked with your name. This is why heaven celebrates you now. For the unveiling of your miracle is not a distant promise but an imminent reality. I tell you, do not doubt the goodness of the one who has carried you. The very essence of heaven rejoices because you have persevered, because you chose faith when it would have been easier to surrender to despair. You must know that your endurance has created gateways for grace to pour into your life. Where you once saw only closed doors, new paths are being revealed. Where you thought opportunities had withered, divine favor is breathing resurrection into your story. What you thought was lost is not lost. It is being reborn, rearranged, and prepared in greater form than you first imagined. This is the power of miracles, not merely to restore what was broken, but to lift it into something new and beyond comprehension. Even now, heavenly hosts surround you. Legions of angels are preparing the way, clearing obstacles before you, softening the hearts of those whose decisions will impact your future, and orchestrating divine connections. Nothing is outside watchful hands of the Almighty, and this is why you can release fear. Fear has no power in the presence of divine decree. There is no wall too high, no chain too strong, no delay too long when heaven announces, "It is time." And I, Michael, say to you with clarity, it is time. The moment your heart expected but could not see is drawing near because the Eternal has marked this season as the unveiling of your miracle. You must understand, miracles are not merely acts of sudden change, but manifestations of heaven's love deeply intertwined with your destiny. They come to reveal not only the power of God but also His heart. The miracle you are about to receive is not simply a solution to a problem, not merely the end of sorrow, but a reflection of His loving nature that has always desired your joy, peace, and fulfillment. You are worthy of this because He has called you worthy. You are beloved, chosen, and held. For too long you measured your worth against hardships, but heaven measures you by the love that crowns your spirit. Today the joyful announcement is made, the waiting is over. Do not look at the past as failure or wasted time. Every season has been part of this divine unfolding. What you thought broke you actually shaped you, made you stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the miracle about to step into your life. Because miracles are not given to the unready heart. They are entrusted to those who have been refined through trial, who have been purified through tears, whose hope, though tested, did not die. Every sleepless night, every burdened breath, every hidden battle was preparation. Without realizing it, you were being sculpted into the one who could receive, hold, and walk in the blessing approaching your life. Now you can carry it with grace, with gratitude, and with understanding that it is not by your strength but by His mercy that this will come forth. Rejoice, beloved soul, for the divine current of heaven's power is flowing toward you, not as a distant promise but as a living reality already set in motion. The command to rejoice is not a call to wait for tomorrow's light or to linger until the miracle stands fully unveiled before your eyes. No, rejoice now, in this very moment, for the answer to your prayers has already been inscribed in the eternal book of heaven. The blessing you seek is not a faint hope, it is alive, vibrant, and moving through the unseen realms, drawing ever closer to the moment it will touch your hands. Faith is the vision that sees before sight, the song that rises before the dawn, and as you lift your voice in praise today, you align your spirit with the miracle already prepared for you. Heaven delights not only in the act of granting miracles but in beholding the radiance of your trust, your joy, your unshakable love for the one who provides. Your celebration now is a testament to your faith, a melody that echoes in the courts of eternity, proclaiming that you believe even before you see. You have walked a path marked by questions, by moments when the weight of waiting pressed heavily upon your heart. You have wondered why delays seem to linger, why the promises you clung to appear to fade like morning mist. Perhaps you asked if heaven had forgotten you, if the words spoken over your life had withered in the winds of time. But hear this truth, precious one, delays in heaven are never denials. They are divine alignments, intricate workings of a loving hand weaving together threads you could not yet see. Behind the veil, God has been orchestrating moments, people, and circumstances, arranging them with perfect precision to ensure that when your miracle arrives, it will shine with a glory far greater than you could have imagined. Had the answer come too soon, it might have found you unready, your heart not yet shaped to hold its fullness. Had the breakthrough appeared in earlier days, it might have fallen upon soil unprepared, unable to nurture the growth heaven intended. But now, through the refining fires of perseverance, through tears that watered the ground of your soul, through faith that warmed your spirit like sunlight, you stand ready. The landscape of your life has been cultivated, tilled by trials, and enriched by hope. The miracle that comes now will take root and flourish, bearing fruit that will sustain you and others for seasons to come. I urge you, beloved, to guard your heart in this sacred moment. As the miracle draws near, shadows may rise to cloud your vision. Doubts may whisper their subtle falsehoods, fears may attempt to cast their nets over the light that grows brighter within you. Do not heed them. Lift your eyes to the heavens and anchor your soul in the truth that your miracle is on its way. I, Michael, have spoken it, and the word of heaven does not return void. With every breath, affirm life, affirm hope, affirm the blessing that is yours. Cling not to despair, for it has no power over the eternal promise that declares your triumph. Speak daily of the victory that approaches, for your words are not mere sounds, they are declarations that shape the unseen, calling forth the reality heaven has ordained. The enemy of your soul may try to sow discord, to plant seeds of unbelief, but you are stronger than those lies. You are clothed in the armor of faith, and the hosts of heaven stand as your guard, shielding you from every assault that seeks to dim your hope. Your miracle is not a solitary gift, meant only for your relief. It is a divine outpouring that will ripple outward, touching lives beyond your own. When heaven blesses one soul, the impact spreads like waves across a still lake. Your healing will become a beacon for those who are broken, offering them courage to believe again. Your provision will overflow, feeding not only your needs but the hunger of others who long for hope. Your story, woven through the tapestry of struggle and triumph, will shine as a light for those who walk in darkness, guiding them toward their own deliverance. This miracle is not the end of your journey but the beginning of a new chapter, where your life becomes a living testament to God's faithfulness. You are called to be both a recipient and a bearer of miracles, a vessel through which heaven's glory flows to a world in need. As you rise, others will rise with you. As you believe, others will find the strength to believe. Your testimony will become a song that others sing, a story that inspires faith in hearts that have grown weary. The air around you hums with a frequency of change, a vibration of imminent arrival. It is a sound not heard with the ear but felt with the spirit, a deep and resonant chord struck in the heart of heaven that now echoes through the corridors of your soul. Even now, in this very moment, that celestial summons is ringing out, a call to prepare the inner sanctum of your being. This preparation is not a frantic, fearful scurrying, born of anxiety and the dread of being found wanting. It is not a hesitant, timid arranging of your heart, plagued by the whispered question, "What if it doesn't happen?" No, the call from on high is for a preparation steeped in the profound and potent fragrance of thanksgiving. It is an invitation to welcome what is coming not with wary suspicion, but with arms flung wide in a posture of radical reception, with a spirit that does not merely hope for victory but has already, in the unseen realms of faith, laid claim to it. This is the sacred paradox of the kingdom, to celebrate the miracle before it stands before you in visible, tangible form. It is to begin living, from this moment forward, as though the heavy chains that have bound your joy, your peace, your progress, have already been shattered by a divine hammer. It is to walk as though the doors that have remained stubbornly closed, barring your way to promise and purpose, have already swung wide on their hinges, revealing a path bathed in light. It is to speak, to act, to breathe as though the blessing already rests upon your head, an anointing oil of favor that has already begun to flow. This act of faith, this deliberate choice to live in the reality of the not yet, as if it were the already, is the furthest thing from empty optimism or naive self-delusion. It is not a psychological trick you play on yourself. It is, in fact, the master key that unlocks the flow of heaven's power into your situation. Your gratitude, offered not after the fact but in advance of the manifestation, becomes the very channel, the polished conduit, through which the miracle moves swifter from the realm of spirit into the world of substance. Therefore, rejoice. And again, I say, with all the emphasis heaven can impart, rejoice. For this celebration is not a hollow gesture, an empty performance meant to convince God or yourself. It is the highest expression of faith, the purest language of trust. It is your declaration to the cosmos that you trust not in the miracle itself, but in the character of the one who promised it. It is your testimony that you believe in the integrity, the faithfulness, and the limitless power of the one who never fails, whose word is his bond, etched into eternity itself. Every word of praise you speak in the face of contradiction is not a denial of your circumstances, but an affirmation of a higher truth. It is a force that pulls the future promise into the present moment. Every moment of joy you deliberately embrace, even while the shadows linger, acts as a gravitational force, drawing the miracle closer, aligning the rhythm of your heart with the unstoppable, triumphant rhythm of heaven's eternal purpose. You are tuning your soul to heaven's frequency, and on that frequency, miracles travel. Know this with a certainty that must anchor your soul, beloved one. You are not, and have never been, alone on this arduous journey. The path may have felt solitary, your footsteps echoing in a silence that seemed to swallow your prayers. But I, Michael, and the innumerable hosts of heaven, have walked beside you every single step of the way. We are an unseen army, a legion of light, warring on your behalf in dimensions beyond your sight. We have stood as a guard around your soul, a shield of divine protection deflecting arrows you never knew were aimed at your heart. We have guided your steps, often in ways so subtle you mistook it for intuition or fortunate coincidence, steering you away from pitfalls and dead ends. In your moments of deepest weakness, when your spirit felt too battered to take another breath, we were there, infusing you with a fortitude not your own, a resilience that seemed to rise from the very depths of your being. That was our strength becoming your own. The battles have been real, far more real than you can possibly imagine. In the silence of your nights, in the confusion of your days, we have fought fiercely in the unseen realms. We have pushed back the forces of darkness that sought to extinguish your hope, to strangle your faith, to convince you that you were forgotten. Every victory won in those hidden realms, every demonic assignment broken, every lie exposed and dismantled, every stronghold of fear torn down, was fought for the sake of this very moment. It was to ensure that when heaven finally declared, "It is time," you would be standing, not broken, not defeated, not cowering, but unbroken, resilient, and ready. Can you not feel it? The spiritual atmosphere around you is shifting. The light that surrounds you is not a static thing. It grows brighter, more concentrated, with every passing hour. The miracle is no longer a hidden, distant secret. It is near, so near that its radiant warmth already touches your spirit, a preview of the dawn to come. With every breath you take, it draws closer. Its presence grows stronger, its reality becomes clearer to your spiritual senses. The heavens themselves are singing over you, their melody a complex, beautiful song of joy and triumph, for they see what you are about to see. One more faithful prayer is about to be answered. One more ancient promise is about to be fulfilled. One more powerful testimony is about to be birthed from the fertile soil of your endurance. In this light, a light that is now intensifying to a glorious noon, you must make a conscious choice. Do not let the shadows of yesterday hold you captive any longer. They are phantoms, illusions with no actual power over the dawning day. The pain of the past, the searing memories, the unanswered questions that have lingered like a stale fog, the moments of doubt that accused God's goodness, they are but fading echoes, powerless in the face of the brilliant light that now rises upon you. Understand this: your miracle is more than a single moment of relief from struggle. It is a doorway. It is the threshold to an entire season of new beginnings, a landscape of grace and purpose that has been carefully, meticulously prepared for you by the very hand of God. Every difficult step you have taken in obedience, even when you couldn't see the path, has been seen. Every tear you have shed in the secret place has been collected, each one a precious offering. Every prayer you have whispered, from the eloquent to the wordless groanings, has been heard and treasured in the courts of heaven. They were not ignored, they were invested. The delays you have endured, the agonizing stretches of waiting that felt like wasted eternity, were not punishments. They were not signs of divine displeasure or neglect. They were the most critical part of the preparation. They were the process by which you were being shaped, refined, and strengthened into a vessel robust enough, spacious enough, and holy enough to carry the immense weight of the glory that is coming. A lesser vessel would have shattered under the pressure of such a blessing. A heart not tested by waiting would not have the capacity to contain such joy. Your heart, once so heavy with the ache of anticipation, will soon overflow. Your tears, once shed in sorrow and loneliness, will be gently, lovingly wiped away by the hand of the one who has loved you with an everlasting love. Your soul, once so weary from the long watch, will arise refreshed, renewed, as vibrant and full of potential as the dawn itself. Congratulations, beloved. The word may seem strange, premature to the world's eyes, but in the spirit, it is perfectly timed. Heaven itself, the great cloud of witnesses, the entire angelic host, applauds you. They applaud your courage to get back up after every setback. They celebrate your resilience that refused to be defined by defeat. They honor your unwavering faith that clung to a promise long after the evidence had seemingly vanished. The time of mourning is passing away. The season of doubt is collapsing under the weight of its own emptiness. The hour of miracles is now upon you. Therefore, prepare yourself. Prepare to embrace what is coming with a heart so full of gratitude it cannot contain itself. Prepare to welcome it with arms open wide, with no trace of protective hesitation. Anchor your spirit in such a way that it refuses to be shaken by the final tremors of the old season. What is about to occur is not merely a change in circumstances, a shift in your financial or relational situation. This is the unveiling of your destiny. This is the moment when heaven's intricate, beautiful, and powerful plan for your life steps out of the shadows and into the light. The glory of God is about to visit you, not as a distant concept, but in tangible power, in overwhelming love, in a manifestation so undeniable that your heart will spontaneously sing a new song, a melody you never knew you contained. The wait is over, child of light. The long night has ended. The miracle is no longer approaching, it is at your door. Its arrival has been decreed by the highest authority in heaven. It is being celebrated by angels who have fought for this day. It is ready to clothe your life in its brilliance, to transform your story into a beacon. Stand ready. Do not falter now. Do not look back. The time of your miracle has not simply arrived, it has begun. It is unfolding now, in this moment, as you read these words. It is flowing from the realm of the Spirit into the reality of your life. My beloved child, as you stand at the threshold of this glorious new season, heaven holds its breath in holy anticipation. All of creation leans in, for what is about to unfold in your life is not small, not ordinary, not fleeting. It is weighty. It is eternal. It is the fulfillment of promises whispered over you long before you could even name them as your own. The divine tapestry has been woven in silence, thread upon golden thread, and now the unveiling begins. Let your heart, precious one, become a sanctuary of praise. Empty it of fear, of doubt, of the echo of disappointments that once clung to you like shadows. Fill it instead with gratitude, for gratitude is the key that unlocks the gates of heaven. Let every beat of your heart be a rhythm of thanksgiving, a living song of worship. When you give thanks, even before the miracle is seen, you declare to all of heaven and earth that you trust the one who has promised. This trust is your strength. This worship is your shield. Let your words be filled with life, my child. Speak of the future not as though it is uncertain, but as though you already walk within it. Speak as one who knows the ground is already prepared, the doors already opened, the way already cleared. For God has spoken, and His word does not return void. His promises are not fragile. They are unbreakable, eternal, unshakable. Every time you speak with faith, you align yourself with heaven's decree, and the atmosphere around you shifts to make way for what is already set in motion. Lift your thoughts above the storms that have tried to drown you. Anchor them not in what is fleeting, but in what is everlasting. The storms were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to strengthen you, to teach you that even in the fiercest winds you were never alone. The temporary pain has built within you a foundation of faith that cannot be toppled. And now, that faith becomes the soil in which your miracle will bloom. Hear me clearly, beloved. Your miracle is not a distant dream, not a star to wish upon, not a vague hope you must chase. It is a reality already alive, already advancing toward you. Its wheels have been turning long before you even prayed the words. Its components have been aligning, like stars finding their place in the heavens, waiting for this exact moment. What you thought was delay was only preparation. What felt like silence was actually orchestration. This is not luck. This is not chance. This is transformation. It is a divine alteration of your story that will forever mark your life. From this moment forward, you will carry a testimony written not in ink but in the power of God Himself. Others will see you and say, "Surely, the hand of the Lord is upon them." And you will know deep within your soul that you were never forgotten, never overlooked, never forsaken. You are crossing into a chapter where your life becomes more than your own. Your story becomes a beacon of hope for those wandering in their own nights of confusion. Your faith becomes a fire that lights the path for the weary. Your very existence becomes a living testimony, proclaiming the God who never fails, who never abandons, who always arrives right on time. Even now, angels rejoice with you not as distant onlookers, but as companions who have walked beside you through the long road of trials. They have watched you rise again and again, even when you felt too weak to stand. They have shielded you from unseen battles. And now, with joy, they witness the glory awaiting you. The heavens themselves sing over you, for they know what is about to be revealed in and through you. And I, Michael, stand with you. My sword is sheathed, for this moment is not war but peace. My voice joins the chorus of heaven, declaring with authority that shakes the very foundations of doubt, the time of your miracle is here. No power can stop it. No force can delay it. The decree has been spoken, and the will of God cannot be undone. So lift your eyes, beloved. Lift them from the dust of disappointments that no longer hold you. Lift them from the shadows that have lost their grip. Look to the horizon, for the dawn of your promise rises with unstoppable light. The night is gone. The morning is here. And in it you will see clearly what your faith has carried you toward all along. Your miracle is more than a gift, it is a calling. It is not only for your joy, but for the world's healing. It is a destiny, a mantle, a testimony that will shine through you, reaching those desperate for hope. Rejoice, child of heaven, for the decree is sealed, the blessing released, and it flies to you even now on swift and holy wings. Stand strong in this truth. Stand ready in gratitude. And now, step forward. Step boldly. Step into the glory prepared for you before the foundation of the world. It is yours. Embrace it.